Alright, buenos dias, YouTube. Okay, we got a lot of cover today. So we're going to go over the Polar Aurora. This is the 265 gallons per hour. Went on Amazon, bought it for $52.55. It's free shipping if you're a Prime member. And it's sold by LKF USA. So it comes in a box like this. It was maybe 3 days delivery. The packaging, I just opened it. Just want to get that out of the way. Okay. So here's the thing. This is gonna go in for a 29-gallon tank. I already have one already. It's a lot of filter. I understand. However, in the future, I want to upgrade to maybe 100 gallons, 125. So with two of these, with the media and hopefully the colony I'll have at that time be well matured, and I'll be able to transfer these both canisters over to the 125-gallon tank, and hopefully wouldn't take as long to cycle that whole tank as if I would starting it up. So this is the second one. I think it's a great filter for the price. The media that I've used, I don't use the stuff that's recommended for it. I'll go over that today with what I'm going to be using in this one. So it's very self-explanatory. Latches on all four sides. It's on a suction. Pops out. This is the one that doesn't have the UV light. In there is your impeller, your silicone, your O-ring here. It's kind of dry. Oh, it's this one here. Okay, you want to use some lubricating jelly, like with that doesn't break down plastics. Don't use any Vaseline is what I'm thinking of. Okay, moving forward, these are the baskets that go inside the filter. Little sticker there. Okay, you have 3 baskets. These are polishing pads, which are alright. Take these out really quick. Alright, so we're going to be using these. Put these aside. Here's the media that I'll be using today. This here is actually a ceramic ring that's designed as kind of like a pre-filter ring that kind of breaks down the waste product. So this, I'm going to use this on the bottom here underneath the baskets. It can't go higher than these plastic things here. Okay, that's where these are what holds the baskets from going all the way to the bottom, and that lift is where the water is going to go down into and then come back up. So you want something here that's going to break down your bigger waste. So I'm gonna be using these ceramic tiles. If I don't have enough, then I'll just go ahead and use some of these ceramic balls or quartz bio balls from Topfin. The other media that I'll be using are these. This is a ceramic tile as well. Some lava rock in there. That'll go in a basket. My first basket that's gonna go down first is I'm gonna be using these sponges. Then on the second basket, what I'm gonna be using are these little foam pieces I bought at the Dollar Tree. It's one actual large sponge that I've cut down. So if it is true where good bacteria colonize in surface area, this sponge seems to have plenty of that. So we're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna put this inside on the bottom one of the baskets here, and then I'm going to use these porous rings. I got these at a mom and pop store, fish store, for $2 each. I seen them online for a box of 40 for $40. Yeah, so it comes out $1 a piece if you buy it online. I think this is the best type of media you can use if colonizing bacteria in porous material is the way to go. Then this is what you need here. So on top of these sponges here, I'm gonna be putting this down. Also, the sponges will be catching some of the debris. So I have that media. I also have these polishing pads here. In the other one, the other canister, I just cleaned it out yesterday after 30 days of non-stop continuous work. These pads here it absorbed all the gunk. It was all gunk on this side, and on the other side it was just completely clean. So nothing past these pads. So I'm gonna definitely, these are reusable. I'll show you right now the bag that I got that in. And then also I'll be using different types of filter pads in the last container here. So it's gonna be the first container that goes down in here in the canister would be your sponge media. This is gonna capture all your poops, your little plant debris, all that good stuff. And then my second basket, my middle basket, will be the soft sponge with the porous ceramic rings, and whatever isn't covered, I'll go ahead and top this off, spread this over, right? And then on my last basket, I'll be using just all these this media, the filter pads that I've accumulated over the years, and they're reusable. You just clean them out in aquarium water, you give them a good squeeze, leave them out in the sun to dry, completely dry, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then what you want to do is start saving these little silica packets. Buy tennis shoes, clothing, luggage, brand new luggage. You can find these in a lot of our goods, consumer goods. Just throw it in there, and what that does, it'll absorb the remaining moisture in your pad, so that way it doesn't stink up. I just want to go over some of the media. The filter pads, where you could acquire some of that. Okay, this is water polishing filter pad. It's a 50 micron. It removes floating particles, improves water quality, cut to fit your filter. So this comes in a large sheet. I bought this maybe 2 years ago. I keep reusing it, and it works. You just make sure that you clean it in aquarium water. If you're gonna break down that filter and you want to reuse it, just make sure it's dry before you put it away. So I'm thinking, with all this media here, right, to colonize good bacteria, I'm gonna have ample supply of good bacteria to break down ammonia. So really quick, I wanted to go over why this is the overkill on filtration. So my tank was it was mature. It cycled, and I wasn't vigilant, and I made a mistake of cleaning both of my hang-on filters at the same time, and it broke down the colony of my bacteria, and I developed new tank syndrome all over again. So currently I'm doing on a 29-gallon aquarium, I'm doing approximately 13 gallons water change every day, because the amount of ammonia is pretty high. Now, if you know anything about testing water in your aquarium, this is ammonia, right? That green, that's the color you don't want to see. That means that I'm at like 2.0. That's 2 parts per million of ammonia in my water. And this happens with, I could do an 80% water change, and 24 hours later I get this. And the only thing I have in that aquarium are 2 discus, maybe 3 inches, and about 10 neon tetras. I don't feed them every day. It's every 2 days I feed them from very small amounts of flake food. Turn off the filters so that everything's eaten. And yeah, every day for the last, since a little bit before Thanksgiving, we're in the end of January. So, wow, it's gonna be almost 2 months now that that tank has not completely cycled. So I never want to have to deal with this again. I've invested money in, you go to the pet store and they have, Amolock, locks ammonia down and it breaks it into a substance that's no longer harmful to fish. Well, you use that, but you don't see you could tell the fish is it's living in ammonia. So you gotta do those water changes, avoid the gimmicks of, add new fish today. If you buy this product, you could add your fish by tonight, right? But no, you actually have to wait weeks, if not months, sometimes, where that bacteria in your tank, even after using all of this, you just have to wait until Mother Nature says, okay, you're allowed to keep the fish. Anyhow, so just really quick, this is how it's gonna go down. I'm also gonna be putting the polishing pad on the top of each one of these. And just really quick, my review of this particular filter is great. It's beyond my expectations. The way it goes, just really quick, before I forget, the way they go down, this tube here, they all have to face the same way, because you have to line it up with this hole here. Okay, and really quick, to the right, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Wait, that was opposite. Yeah, because I went right. Right to open. Your impeller, make sure to put some of the grease that does not break down, not grease, but like a Vaseline, not Vaseline, but what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it is grease. I guess it would be like a dielectric grease, electrical grease. I'm not sure. I don't want to run back into the house to get it right now. Maybe later on I'll put it in the description. But you want to make sure that you get it all over this. This pops off, push it off, and take this rod out, lube it up, and put it all back together. Clean up the magnet, anything that's not touching this piece here, and put it back in. Take that same lube and do your O-ring, and you want to do that every time you service this or any canister filter. And what that's gonna do, you're gonna get a lot quieter impeller. This one, I know when I service it and I put everything back, I don't even know if it's on, but it is. I have to touch it to get that, feel the vibration, and make sure it's on. So I highly recommend this canister filter. For the price that you're gonna pay is you're gonna, once your colony matures, you're not gonna have any problems whatsoever. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm planning on making a few more videos about bottled bacteria and all these over the counter things you could buy at your fish store, and my experience with them. And personally, I think they're a waste of money. I don't think it's not necessary. I don't think it's necessary. And but we'll talk more about that later. Also, talk about water changes, different types of media. The what's the better choice in using media. Anyhow, so if you have any questions, let me know, and if I could help, I'll get back to you. Thanks very much, and you guys have a good day.